Hello friends, welcome to Programming in Your Hands Part 24. We are going to see about linked list. This linked list comes under a category which we call it as data structure. So data structure, they are categorized into two parts. One you call it as linear data structure, the other one is non-linear data structure. The linear data structure are categorized into four types. You have array, stack, queue, and linked list to come under the category of linear data structure. And under non-linear data structure, you have the category of graph and trees. Okay. So now our task for this day is linked list. Linked list will always have something you call it as node. This node has two parts, that is your data part and a pointer. This pointer points to the address of another node. Again, that node will have its own data, its own pointer. So thus it goes on. So you have to remember that a node consists of two parts, which mean the one you call it as data, the other you call it as a pointer. Okay. So now this you call it as a node. It has its own memory address. So in this category, in this example, you can see that the memory address of this particular node is going to be 1001. It has its own data as 10, and this you call it as the data part. It is an integer. And you have a pointer. This pointer is pointing to the address of another node. So now, what does it have? Yes, you can see that it is going to have the address of 1002. Now, this holds the address as 1002, which means this points to this particular node's address. Now, you have your node 2 here. This node 2 has its own data, which is 20. Now, this is a pointer, and you can tell me where it points to. Yes, it points to 1003. So this pointer part of node 2 will have its address as 1003, which means it points to the node 3. Now, node 3 has its own data as 30. Since there are no other nodes after this particular node, this last node or the pointer, the node 3's pointer part points to null, which means there is no node connected to it. You can imagine a train compartment connected together. This is one coach, this is another coach, and this is another coach in a train. So it goes on linearly. So it is categorized into the category of linear data structure. There are several advantages when you consider or when you compare it with an array. An array, what does it do? It stores in a continuous manner. And you can see the size of the array is also fixed. But if you take linked list, it is not continuous. What do I mean by that? I can remove node 2. I can insert another node in the beginning. I can remove this particular node 3, or I can add another node after node 3. Now, the size also can be modified easily in a linked list. This is what is the major difference between an array and a linked list. You should remember this. So, an array, it stores in a continuous manner and the size of the array is fixed. If you take linked list, it is not continuous and the size also can be modified. And remember, whenever you get an idea of linked list, remember a train where every coach is connected together. Okay, now there are several types of linked list. One you call it as a simple linked list or a single linked list. Then you have doubly linked list. The other one you call it as a circular linked list. Now what do I mean by a single linked list or a simple linked list? It has its navigation in the forward mode only. So now what do I mean by that? This is an example of a single linked list where the direction points forward. Okay. So now if you take a double linked list, the data can be navigated forward as well as backward. It is bidirectional. If you take a single linked list, it is unidirectional. And you have another kind of linked list which you call it a circular linked list, where the last data contains the link of the first element. What do I mean by that? This, instead of this particular null, you have the address of this particular 1001, the node 1, to be written over here. You can see that it has been circularly connected. So you call it as a circular linked list. So instead of null, what do you do there? You give the memory address as 1001, which means the pointer points to address of this particular node. So now it is circularly connected. So these are the three different types of linked list. Okay, now we'll see what we can do in the linked list. You can insert or add an element at the beginning of the list or at the end of the list. We call it as append. Then you can delete an element at the beginning of the list, in between, or at the end. You can display the complete list. You can search an element using a given key. You can also delete an element using a given key. Now, this is a node. You have your data part, you have your pointer part. Now, how do I write the syntax? You can see here, you have a class and then you can have a class name which is named as node. Instead of class, you can use a structure also. Since I have used class, I should use an access specifier. I am using public. So now data, so I am giving int data. Now since this is going to be a pointer, I am using node star next, which means my next, it is understood that it is going to be a pointer. It is pointing to the class node. So this is how I write the syntax of this particular node. Okay. So now this is a combination of a single linked list. As we have seen earlier, you will always have a head node, tail node. Now this is, you are using a keyword which is called a struct. So struct node, inside this particular node you will have a data part and now you have a pointer star next. Okay. So now as already said, you can create a node, you can insert an element, delete an element, search an element, you can reverse a list also. Fine. So now, here linked list, it contains a link element, you call it as first or head. Each link is going to carry a data field and a link field. As you already know, each link is linked with its next link. As seen in a train, you will have a chain to connect two compartments, two coaches. So that is how your linked list node is also connected. Okay. So now, last link carries a link as null. It is to mark that this is going to be the end of the list. So now this is going to be a single linked list. Okay. Now, imagine that we are inserting a node between two other nodes. Okay. So now you are going to take a new node. You are trying to insert this particular new node in between this A left node and C right node. What do I do? How do I do this? Yes. What do I do? I am going to take this new nodes next. That is this part. I am going to connect it to the right node now. Okay. And now, what do I do? I have connected as seen earlier. You can see that this next has been connected to the right node. Okay. Now, I should connect this. What can I do here? Yes, the node A, yes, this node A is going to be connected to this particular new node. This will hold the address of this particular node. So how do I write? The left node next. The left node next, it is connected to the new node now. Okay. So now this is how it is going to get connected. So finally you will get your linked list in this particular fashion. So this is how you insert a node in between. How do I delete? Now I'm going to locate first the target node based on the data by using some searching algorithm. And this is going to be my target node. I have to delete this node. So what should I do? I should connect this particular next to the right node's data. That is how I ignore this particular target node. So this next is being connected to this particular data. Okay. So that is how it has been connected. You can see the left node's next is connected to the target node's next. This next was earlier connected to this particular node. So now left node next is directly connected to the target nodes next. And the target nodes next, where do I connect? I am going to remove it. So I am connecting it to null. Okay. So now in this case, it has been removed. So you will have your left node and this particular node alone. And the last being connected to null. And now if I have to reverse the operation, what do I have to do? We can traverse to the end of the list. What do I mean by traverse? Traveling. So first I should reach the last node, which is pointing to null. So I should travel and I should reach the last node, which is pointing to the null. And now what do? I will change this next connected here over to the previous node. And this next is being connected to null. Okay. So now you can see that except the node pointed by the head node, all nodes should be pointing towards predecessor. So the first node, now what does it do? It is pointing to null as we have seen earlier. Okay, so this is how my structure looks at last when I am trying to reverse a node. Okay. So now this is a simple program for you to understand how to write a program using for a single linked list. So now you have class. The class name is going to be linked list. Where does my compiler comes first? Yes, it comes to int main. Now it sees linked list li, where li is going to be your object. Once the object is created, it searches for a constructor. Yes, you have a constructor over here. So it comes over here. Now you have something which is called as first. The first is going to be a pointer, only a pointer. So now it has been connected to null. So only you have the node which is having just a pointer, it is pointing to null now. Okay. So after seeing the closing bracket, it comes to the next line. It says li.add item of 25. Now it searches for a function which is named as add item. Yes, it comes over here. Your D holds the value 25. You can see here link. What does a link mean? Yes, link is going to be your node now. Instead of node, you can have any name. So here in this program, you can see link. So now you have structure named as link. What does this link have? It holds both the data part and a pointer which is called as next. So you will have a data and you will have something which is called as next. Okay. So now you are going to create something new. What do I mean by new? You would have learnt in pointers earlier. This is called a memory management operator. It is going to allocate some memory space. What memory space? Yes, it is going to create a separate link. What do I mean by a link? It is a structure. It will have a data part. It will have a link part. So I am going to create a new node or a new link which has a data and a pointer. Okay. And what is its name? Its name is going to be new link. Now new link's data is equal to D. What is my D? As you know already, it is going to be 25. So this new link's data is going to be D. Now new link's next is going to be my first. Already you know that first has been pointed to null. Now what do I say? New link's next. That is your next. What is next? That is the pointer. It is pointing to null. So now you will have only one node like this. You will have a data. What is the data value? It is 25. And now this is your pointer and you are telling it to point to null. Hope you understood this particular thing. Okay. So now after which it comes to 36. Okay. So now again it comes over here. It creates yet another node 36, and then this null will be again changed and it goes and this train continues. So first your output would be 25, 36, 49 and 64. Okay, it goes on like that. So now how does it display these outputs? Yes, you have a function which is named as display. It will automatically come to the function which is named as display. You are checking for the current which is not equal to null. Okay, so now my current should not be equal to null. So in this case, instead of current, I think this is first. So now I'm making my first which is not equal to null. So now see out current data. So I'm going to print the data, current data. So what is that data? Which is 25. Now current equal to current next. What does it mean? This is called as traversing, traveling. So now my current will be changed to currents next. What do I mean by currents next? Suppose this is current and this is my next. So what is my current next? Yes, it is going to be null. So I am traveling. So suppose if there are 3 nodes here, what will be my currents next? It is pointing to the next node. That will change as current. Now current next, this will point to another node. It goes on. This is what I call it as traveling, traversing. Now I'll be traversing and then I'll be displaying the current data. So that is how you get your outputs here. And here, I'm so sorry, here I have used some capital letters and small letters. Sorry for that. So just make a correction that it is case sensitive. You should understand that programming is case sensitive. So when you are using something as small letter, use everywhere small letters. And if you are using capitals, use everywhere capitals. Okay, fine. Thank you. Now, coming to double linked list. What do I mean by double linked list? Yes, this is a node. This is a double linked list node. What is the difference? Yes, you can see that there are 2 pointers. You have one data, but there are 2 pointers. You can see a previous and a next acting as pointers. Now what does this next point to? Yes, next point to the address of this particular node. What does this previous do? It points to null. Okay, so that is why it is bidirectional and we call it as double linked list. It has 2 pointers but only one data. Okay, so now again this is another node 2. This is node 1. Node 2 has again 2 pointers. This pointer, next pointer is pointing to the address of another node. This previous is pointing to the address of this particular node. Okay, so this is how double linked list looks like. And what is the last next print displays? Yes, it points to null because there are no other nodes being connected to it. Okay, so now these are some representations which you know it already. And if you want to just go through it. Now these are the basic operations that can be done using double linked list, which will be same as single linked list. Okay, so now how do I add a node at the beginning? Imagine there are already 2 nodes being connected over here. There is one data. Here you can see this is a pointer 200. So now this 300, it is pointing to this 200, and this particular node address is 300. That is why you are writing here 300, and this address previous is pointing to 200, which means that is pointing to this particular address. Suppose I want to add a node at the beginning. What do I do? I will use a struct node. Here in double linked list, you have your node. There are 2 pointers. So one is prev, previous. The other one is next. This is my previous. This is my next. There are 2 pointers. You have one data. This structure gets over here. Now I am going to add one node at the beginning. So now what do I do? Struct node star temp. This temp's data is going to be 2. previous is going to be null. Temp next is equal to your, it comes to this particular start or 200. Okay, that is how it looks like. This is how you proceed with your double linked list program. Okay, now coming to circular linked list. In circular linked list, it can be either single or double. If it is a single linked list, you can see that this particular node has only one data part and one pointer. If it is a double linked list, you can see that a node has two pointers, previous and next, and you have a data part. Now in circular linked list, if it is a single linked list, you can see that this particular next is pointing to the first node. And here you can see in double linked list, this next is pointing to the first node previous, and the previous is pointing to the previous of this particular C node. Okay, hope you are able to understand the circular linked list too. The operations that can be done in the circular linked list is same. Many nodes have been created. How do you display the value of each node? As seen earlier, you have to have a condition, start is not equal to null, and you are just traveling and then you are displaying the data. This is what you are displaying the data here, and this is what I say traversing, traveling, temp equal to temp next. What do I mean by this? I am going to traverse or travel node by node. Okay, so this is traversing. So you have to display the data by traversing or traveling. Okay, so now these are the basic operations, and hope you would have understood the concept of linked list thoroughly. Thank you so much. Thank you.